Welcome to Too Much Willie Nelson. I'm Willie, the other Willie, the one-take wonder. And today, what the hell? It's an actual record album. And it even has a price tag over there, 99 cents. Those were the days when no one wanted records. I guess you could buy them for a song. Those days are over. Pancho Lefty is a collaborative album by American outlaw country musicians Merle, Haggard, and Willie Nelson. Released in 1983. Original vinyl copies from 83 give the name as Poncho with an O, right there on the cover, and later editions corrected the title to Poncho with an A. You can see mine must be old, it has an O. Anyway, we got 10 tracks at 35 minutes. The two artists had decided to collaborate on a duets album. Nelson was arguably at his creative peak. Haggard, meanwhile, had just released a notable comeback effort in Big City 2 years prior. That's an album we won't talk about. The album's eventual title track, Pancho Lefty, came towards the end of the recording session. Nelson felt the album he and Haggard had recorded so far was missing. One track needed to anchor it. While in search of a song, Nelson's daughter brought a copy of Emmylou Harris's album Luxury Liner around at midnight, eager for her father to hear one particular track. Nelson wasn't familiar with the tune, but he was immediately enamored by it. As the story goes, here it comes, Nelson knocked on Haggard's tour bus door at 4 a.m. and insisted he should hear the tune. Haggard accepted but wanted to wait until morning. Nelson persisted. The two recorded it right then and there, but Haggard, unsatisfied with the entire ordeal, thought he would just redo his part in the morning. In his words, I got up the next morning, went into the studio and said, "Can I do that vocal track over?" And they said, "Hell, it's on its way to New York." I don't even remember singing it. He says, "I was asleep." Now that's a story. The song was written by Townes Van Zandt, and its source of inspiration is up for interpretation. It tells the tale of a Mexican bandit named Pancho and his friend Lefty, who betrays him. Pancho dies young while Lefty lives into old age, consumed by guilt and forced to live with what he's done. It came, according to Van Zandt, out of the blue, but many of the lyrical details mirror the life of Mexican revolutionary Pancho Villa, who was killed by unknown assassins in 1923. While it may seem a little odd that neither Willie Nelson or Merle Haggard hadn't heard the song, Townes Van Zandt, a fairly common name today, had very little commercial success at the time. So, Reason to Quit being the number one, was the first single off the album, but Pancho and Lefty came next with much critical success, rising to number one and staying there for more than 20 weeks. Anyway, here are my favorite tracks before I blow this take altogether. I'm picking the bookends today, and of course the first song is Pancho and Lefty. And then the last song, I Love the Opportunity to Cry. I played it like 6 times today. It even has a sexy sax solo near the end. I thank you for watching Too Much Willie Nelson. We'll be back tomorrow.